Hi everyone. Um, I've been down in Moria this morning, so I brought a couple of friends back up. There's a few things going on in Moria and down in the south and on the island in general, I suppose. With what's been going on over the last few months, and we're still getting boats coming in. We haven't had a boat now, I think, for a week, maybe just less. One came in on the south. Chios has been getting quite a lot, and Samos is getting a few boats. But we see how things go now with Erdogan winning the referendum over there in Turkey. We'll see how things go. So basically, all I want to do here is just chat and just have a chat and see how things go. I mean, it's so.
Yeah,
What about the lads? What about the lads on strike, on hunger strike? Yeah.
yeah. For the past few weeks, there's been a lot that has been going on in the Camp Moria, and I am one of the refugees anyway who lives in Moria camp, and yeah.
How long you been in there?
No, I've been about 6 months now.
6 months.
Yeah,
Okay.
and we also have other people in Moria who have stayed like a year plus,
Mm.
9 months, and recently there was a massive arrest of some guys, and they actually been arrested for deportation because they have done their they've applied for asylum, and then they were rejected the first time, and they did the second appeal and also got the same negative result. So yeah, and we have other groups like you said about the guys who are on a hunger strike. I mean, they've been there for a very long time, and you know, and there's a kind of selection when it comes to the people they grant the asylum and stuff like that, you know. So they think that that some people deserve to go to the mainland, while some people do not deserve to go to the mainland based on vulnerability, you know,
Mm.
reasons, stuff like that. And yeah, so it's been causing a kind of a problem in the camps because some people are saying, I mean, most of the guys who are being taken to the mainland, they actually came before them. So why is it that you find where in a situation where someone have or has spent like 8 months and this other person just come in, it's not even up to a month and he's already taken to the mainland, and these are one of the the issues that we've been having, and also with the issue of deportation, deporting people back to Turkey, and yeah, and everyone's just asking, um, how how can they actually take people back to Turkey where they had to risk their life crossing the Mediterranean Sea
Mm.
and coming all the way, taking all the risk from the smuggler, I mean, to risking their life with the balloon boats, and then out finally when they get to Greece here,
Mm.
all the and then spend maybe 8 months, waiting for the processing of their, of the processing of their asylum application, and after 8 months, and then you get a result like you've been rejected, and then the only option you have is either you are taken back to Turkey or you're taken back to your home country where you come from, which doesn't really make sense because no one would actually leave his home country, and if he was safe, or if there wasn't any reason or any life-threatening reason for the person, because we all love our country, and
Mm.
I mean, it's I mean it's more easier for everyone, for anyone to cope in his own country than even living to a country that you knew nothing about.
Mm.
And at the same time, if Turkey was a safe place, a safer place, like they put it, you know I mean, nobody would actually risk his life or her life trying to cross the Mediterranean Sea coming to Greece,
Mm.
knowing that Turkey is better. I mean, that's stupidness, you know.
Yeah, this is the Aegean. Aegean Sea.
So, yeah, this whole thing, it's actually, it's causing a kind of problem, and what we've actually seen in Moria camp lately was that, and then the people, the refugees actually have, all the communities, the refugees communities that they've come to agree that, okay, it's fine if you think you don't want to grant us the asylum, that's fine, but you taking people back to Turkey and taking back people back to their home country where they actually fled from due to we all have our different reasons. And we had a shot some times ago. We had a shot with a Greek, I don't know, asylum. We had some. We actually went to him to say that I think he's in charge. He's a Greek guy who is in charge of the Greek asylum service.
Okay.
Yeah. We went to complain because they normally call some few. They actually take some of the refugees and economic migrant. You know, and as you know very well, for me particularly, I am not an economic migrant. I was a student, and then I had my things going well up until I started having issue with military in Nigeria. So I had to flee for my life. I was a political science student, and almost about to finish my degree. Before I left Nigeria. So, and I didn't leave Nigeria because I had issues like financial issues and stuff like that. Like they assume here that most of the refugees are economic migrants and stuff like that. I'm not disputing that. Maybe there could be, but I am not one of them. And I know a lot of Nigerians also, and not just Nigerians. I know a lot of Syrians friends and Afghan friends, and I know a lot of Pakistanis as well who are not economic migrants, because when you get to talk to them and when they get to show you pictures of where they actually come from, you found out like they have a better life that they even living in Moria camp. Like they've been to schools, and they've actually you get to meet somebody like an engineer from Pakistan, an engineer from Syria, or you get to meet someone from a lawyer, a professional lawyer, somebody who's actually a lawyer from Afghan, and this whole stuff. You can't tell me someone who's a lawyer and someone who's a doctor would actually leave his country or our country because he is financially challenged. If at all, there's a proper way he can actually, So, and I mean, we have a lot of skilled people, and these are just a few to mention, because we have, for me, I think we have more skilled people here. And also the fact that that so many guys are terrorists and stuff. We've been in Moria. I tell you, anytime we have issues in Moria, it's not because these guys are violent or whatever. It's just that, you come to a point in your life where you get pushed to the wall, and then, you start getting this kind of irritation. You start being irritated by the whole situation. And then the normal outcome of that irritation or being irritated by the whole situation, the delays and the well-being, the way you live and the kind of food and all stuff like that, and then you get to explode, and then you start acting somehow. I mean, and these are the behaviors where they see it, like we said it. These guys they are terrorists and stuff like that. They're just finding their way through. And then as they want to pretend like they are refugees so that they can get their way into Europe and and perpetrate whatever terror act they have in mind, stuff like that. And so it's that being said, also there's so many things going on in the camp where people would actually get arrested without you even knowing. Like someone you might see today, and the next day you just hear like this person has been taken back to Turkey, and then when they get to Turkey, and they are being locked in the prison, sometimes 1 year, and then after that, nobody knows what happened to them the next, and from the experience, they if you hear stuff like the prison in Turkey is so bad, like, I mean, after 1 year, if you make it alive, if you came out of the prison alive, that means it's a miracle, because literally nobody makes it alive after 1 year from the prison. you know.
So this is what you get for fleeing your life, fleeing because your life's in danger.
Yeah.
And then your life's in danger again because the governments are arresting you and you're a criminal as far as they're concerned.
You know, something like that. And then, so it's very haunting, like knowing that you came to a place where you thought you could get, you know, security and stuff like that, and then these same people who were supposed to give you the protection that you needed most, I mean, they want to turn you back or send you back to wherever you're coming from, knowing fully well. And also with the asylum processes where you have to give a reason why you came, why you fled from your country, and you know, stuff like that. And they doubt your reason of fleeing. And sometimes they want you to provide evidence. And sometimes I ask myself, how do you expect someone who is fleeing from persecution to have an evidence like pictures and stuff like that? I mean, some of these things, they happen so fast that, you know, you I mean, it's just they happen so fast, like they just come like a surprise. And then the next thing you find yourself, for myself, I never thought I would ever. I used to watch back home. I used to see people. You hear news, people crossing from Libya, stuff like that. I would like say to myself, these are crazy people. How would you actually cross the sea, when you know you can actually go to the embassy, get a visa, and fly safely? You know, who in his normal mind would? I never thought maybe one of these days
that you would be a refugee.
You know, I would be a refugee, and I would be among those guys who actually would, you know, venture into crossing the sea. And I promise you, that's my last time I would ever try take such a risk, man, because it's not funny.
No, it's not.
It's not funny. So from there's a range of issues going on about a refugee, but it's not something we can. It's not some. I mean, I'm just talking from my own experiences, from what I've just observed since I came to the camp, and being someone who knows about this whole stuff, the rules, the right of a refugee and stuff like that. There's so many violation of refugee.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to shut this one down for a minute, and I'm going to open up another one because I don't want these so long videos. So basically, that one's on the refugees, the way you're running and everything else, and you're in this in Moria and everything else. So what I'll do, I'm going to shut this one down, and I'm going to open up another one. So, and we'll talk about more about the camp itself and the way what you experience inside. Okay, all the best, everyone. Bye.